beautiful people. If it is not morning and you are watching the replay, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome in. I am here to go over This is Poly, Season 1, Episode 4. This episode was titled Big Swing Energy. It is Father's Day. I also want to take the time to offer anybody who is a dad, plays a father figure, or is just that male role model that somebody needs in their life. Happy Father's Day to you. Happy Father's Day to my father, Savior Matthew Charles, my favorite Aries, the only one that I can tolerate. I hope that everybody enjoys their day. Also, a very, very, very happy Juneteenth weekend. We are still celebrating Juneteenth. We are absolutely still celebrating Juneteenth, and happy Pride. It is Pride Month. I know much of the Pride celebrations happen at the end of the month, at least here in the Bay Area with the parades and stuff, but June is a busy month. So shout out to all the gentlemen. Shout out to all the gentlemen. But let's get into This is Poly. This will be a pretty quick review. I didn't know when to do this review, so I was like, let me just get it out the way when I am able, which was at 8 o'clock in the morning in California. So sorry in advance, but shout out to our replay gang. I appreciate y'all for watching. We're going to start this episode discussing Bree and Marley. Bree and Marley are genuinely the hot mess express, like .net, .org, .com, .edu. They are just problematic in every way that a person could be problematic. If I'm being entirely honest, I don't really like how they move. I don't fully understand like anything that they do. I don't understand their decision making. I feel like Bree and Marley, if we're being entirely honest, are just like horny and wanting to like have fun in the bedroom and stuff. But I don't know. I personally am over them. But these two are not in a good place. We start the episode seeing Bree pretty much packing up her stuff. She wants to leave Marley. She says that there's not going to be a polycule anymore. And apparently the reason that there's not going to be a polycule is because Bree doesn't like the fact that Marley has not gotten a divorce. I get that. I actually do understand Bree's side of things. I would be upset if somebody that I got with who is supposed to be separated head into divorce still has not gotten said divorce. However, what do y'all always hear me say when I'm on James's channel, if I am on my channel, Kiwan J's channel, whoever's channel? I always say this. It's stupid to date somebody who is legally married to somebody else. I don't care if you in polyamory, straight, gay, lesbian, trans. It is dumb to date somebody who is unavailable to be dated. And when you are married, you are not available. So Bree, you shouldn't have got with her in the first place, but she moved out. We thinking that Bree is really moving out somewhere, but she talk about she's not stupid budget-wise. She moved next door to the pool house. I guess they got a pool house, and Bree drove a couple feet away to the pool house. Marley came home and seen that Bree moved out, which was fake as hell. Because why are you looking in the closet of the guest room? Because you and Bree was sharing your room. She was just in that guest room for a night. So why would you look to the closet of the guest room to know that your partner moved out? Like, girl, bye. Stop trying to play with us. We are not that stupid. But she looks at, I guess she still has Bree's location. And she checks the location and sees that Bree is just next door at the pool house. I'm going to take these glasses off, y'all. I get migraines and they're giving me, I can't see shit, but they're giving me a headache and I can't do it. But they're on this fake breakup. I guess because Marley sees that Bree has left her, she said, okay. She said, I'm outside. Why do people do that? Like, I don't get why girls are doing this. I don't know if it's the baddies trend from Zeus impacting people, but if somebody leave you, do you really think they give a fuck if you're outside? I'm not trying to be mean, but I'm just saying, like, they don't care. She didn't want to be around you. She might not care what you're doing, as quiet as it's kept. So Marley talk about she gonna go outside, but we all know these people are a little bit slow. They're very slow. We later see Marley go on a date with Dree, who is the whole reason that Bree and Marley are in a bad space. I find it funny that Marley went and pretty much got with someone with the same name as Bree. I didn't quite understand that. But on the date with Dree, Marley's explaining the issues between her and Bree. She's explaining that Bree is trying to force her to get married. Marley's like, I don't want to do it just because she tell me to. I want to, get a divorce when I'm ready. Still lying because she already told the confessional that she still has feelings for her ex-husband or her husband. That is not her ex yet. And Dree is telling Marley, like, okay, well, get the divorce. Like, nobody's really going to be okay with that. Nobody with sense wants to be with somebody who isn't divorced. Like, get the divorce and close that chapter. Not everybody's going to be okay with it. So I was happy to see that Dree gave the appropriate advice, but I don't feel like it resonated with Marley at all. Meanwhile, Bree has decided to go on a pickleball date with Key, which was very strange. Key, why are you against the bra, baby? Please put on a bra. Them things was flapping around, looked like they could win a slap competition. I am that weird person that will come across those videos on YouTube and TikTok and stuff, doom scrolling late into the night when I should be asleep, and I see the competitions where people be slapping the shit out of each other. Her titties look like they could win that competition as the way they was moving just for some pickleball. But Key is trying to kind of hear out what's going on. Bree lets her know that she wants the divorce. And honestly, when you listen to Bree's side of the story, you can't really argue much. I think the only fault I could put on Bree is the fact that y'all was looking to add somebody to y'all relationship, even though y'all relationship wasn't good in the first place. Like, why are you trying to add some other people to your bullshit? Make sure that your duo of monogamy work first before you just jump into polyamory. And I feel like that's the problem with all of the couples on the show. They're jumping into polyamory when they couldn't even make monogamy work. If you can't make it work with one other person, how the fuck you expect to make it work with 3 other people? Just saying. I don't understand it. But later on in the episode, Marley has a party at the house with 7 women. She was like, I got 7 different bitches. These women speak about women worse than thirsty men do. Worse than thirsty men. She said, I got 7 hoes. And Key was trying to be the peacemaker and seems to be wanting to push everybody back together because in order for them to be, in a poly relationship, they got to be with both of them. And Key says she wants both of them. She don't just want one of them. It seemed like Dree is only interested in Marley and vice versa. But Bree ends up crashing the party, called all of the women at the party some bum ass bitches and said that it was a lame party. She threw some potato chips around. And she got put out the party, but she tried to drag Key with her, but they ended up literally tugging at this woman's arm like she was the rope in a goddamn tug of war. And I just, for the life of me, was walking like, we TV, can we please do better? I know that you did well with Love After Lockup, we TV, but can we please do better? Like, Bree and Marley should have never been cast for this show. And I feel like they house stank. I just do. Like, I don't understand what they're doing, but we will see more of what happens next week. It's looking like Marley just wants to kiss on people and fuck on people until she could get her husband back. Maybe she's trying to get some stuff out of her system. I don't know what she's doing, but they scare me. They still scare me and they still gross me out. They just do. But we're going to get into the next couple, which is Cammie, Trent, and Nita, our throuple of a polycule. They are all going on a date together, and on their date, they are discussing the solo adventure that Nita had with this young lady that she did time with. Nita said that it was a wonderful thing, and she's still talking to her. They have a problem with Nita talking to old girl because they say her solo adventure is ongoing. Nita explains, she's like, I need women's touch. I can't just be out here with nobody touching me. She needs her coochie ate and licked and devoured. That is what she is asking for. And Nita's not willing to do it because Nita is not a lesbian at all. So I'm like, if you're not a lesbian, why the fuck you want to be with her? Like, I don't understand. You can kiss her, but you can't fuck her. That's weird. But, and I guess Trent don't count because she doesn't like a man's touch. She wants a woman's touch. Nita has an emotional connection with this other person. And she feels like they should bend the rules for her because she's the only person in their throuple that's unable to get what she needs to satisfy her. Trent got 2 coochies and his man part. Nita's getting fucked by purple dildos. Trent, random black men who teach people how to handcuff. Like, she has all sorts of stuff going on. So I do kind of understand Cammie's perspective. Like, she's the only one not getting what she wants. But what did you expect when you hit on a married woman? She's married to a man. So obviously maybe that man is what she's interested in. I don't get them. Like, none of them make sense, but they are not able to come to peace. It looks like Trent and Nita are like, listen, she can have a solo adventure every month with the same person, but it shouldn't be nothing deeper than that. It's giving this couple's been married for 30 something years and they want to control what Nita does, which makes sense because it's their house, their marriage, their finances. Like, I do understand that. But Nita goes on a picnic with their daughter, the one that gives Far Cry 5 cult member. She reminds me of the sister for anybody who plays Far Cry. I think it's, I don't know if that game is on PlayStation. Dave, is that game on PlayStation? He has no clue. But there's a character in Far Cry 5. It's the sister of the guy leading the cult. Trent and Cammie's daughter looks just like her. And it scares me because if you played the video game, I'd be thinking like the earth's gonna start moving and then she's gonna force me to like praise something I don't want to praise. Anywho, she's very creepy, but she is talking with Nita and they're talking about the situation with her parents. And I don't know. I thought it was nice that Nita is able to talk to their daughter, but it also kind of seemed like the daughter shouldn't be involved, if that makes sense. Like, she was trying to be fair and give appropriate advice, but at the same time, I think it's weird to talk to this woman about having sex with her parents and all of this weird stuff. We do get to hear from the daughter, though, that it sounds like Cammie and Trent's family is really struggling with her coming out as polyamorous, struggling so bad that I guess they're concerned that they may not be invited to family events. It's going to cause some division, which is unfortunate. It's very unfortunate. We later on pretty much end their portion of them this episode with Nita planning an intense date. She had Trent getting bolt cutters to cut up chains. She pretty much made a sex swing above the bed and she was jimmying her like strap on. I guess she's going to give Nita the best night of her life. And according to Nita and Cammie, they say they communicate best through sex. I was like, what? I mean, I don't get it. I don't get how you communicate well through sex. I don't get it. I don't know. If Mr. Best tells me to bend over, I'll be like, yes, daddy. Is that what they mean? Like, I don't understand what she meant by that. But apparently Nita and Cammie work through their issues by having sex with each other on a swing over their bed. Listen, I just recapped the show. I didn't honestly know what to expect getting into this. I can't believe I have to discuss these things, but it is what it is. We gonna keep it moving on to the next couple, which is Jacob, Becca, and Davis. I'm gonna just let y'all know, I'm gonna keep it a buck with y'all. They bore me. I'm not impressed. Jacob, you may have transitioned to a man, but you're still moving like a messy queen, baby, because it seems like Jacob is the problem. Not Jacob, Davis is the problem in this relationship. We see Becca and Jacob, who are legally married to each other, go out on a date. And we learn that this is Jacob's first time ever being polyamorous. He is, I believe he said he's pansexual, which means he's just attracted to whoever. However, he still chose to commit to one wife, which is his wife. And he wasn't interested in polyamory. This is something Becca was interested in. And it sounds like Becca used to be gone a lot when she first got with Davis. And it's something that impacts Jacob's time with Becca. And she keeps asking for Jacob to deepen his relationship with Davis, which I don't understand why she's asking that, because the way they explain their polycule to us is that she is in a relationship with two different people. The two different people are not in a relationship with each other. They are only in a relationship with her. So if that is the case, then what is the need for Jacob and Davis to have a deep relationship with each other? It's just because she wants that to happen. But really, she should be in a separate relationship with each of them that they're just both aware of. Which really that she just could have said she's in an open relationship and got two boyfriends. But she's legally married to one, so I feel like she has to acknowledge one more than the other. But this shit doesn't make sense. Also, Jacob, Becca, and Davis all bore me. I am extremely bored watching them. It is clear that Jacob just wants Becca and is not into this. And I kind of feel for Jacob, because if you just want your wife, you should be able to just have your wife. And if you can't just have your wife and you're not into polyamory, then leave your wife. Like, I know people are like, whoa, Mrs. Best, that probably sounds dramatic. We're skipping steps, but people are dumb to stay in a relationship where people don't each want the same thing. Why would you stay in a relationship if one person wants kids and the other person does not? Like, someone's always going to have to sacrifice their happiness. Like, yes, you have to compromise, but we don't want to compromise on things that are vital. And it just seems like that's what Jacob is doing. And then Davis has no issue or has no interest in getting to know Jacob and has no issue with having an issue with Jacob. Because Jacob tries to take him out and do what Becca wants. And Davis says he's only concerned with Becca. And I'm like, that's problematic. Becca has a husband that's been here before you. And when they showed the sneak preview for what's going to happen next week, it also kind of looks like Davis is going to start realizing, like, what if Becca goes and finds someone else? Then you're sharing her with Jacob and this other person, which is possible, which is very much so possible. So I'm bored by this couple. I don't really have shit to say on them. Please let me know if y'all do in the comments, to those who are watching the replay. But Jacob, Davis, and Becca are confused. They stress me out. They're giving a bad look and name to polyamory and LGBTQ. I think Becca is just confused and wants her cake and eats it too, and it doesn't give a fuck who she hurts or who she impacts. Clearly, they haven't discussed as much as they need to discuss with their polycule, but we'll see. Maybe they'll be more interesting next week. I'm gonna give it a try. The last people we're gonna discuss for this episode is Tamina and BQ. I am so tired of them. I'm tired of her botched body. They get on my nerves. I'm tired of her ponytails that separate wrong and are also synthetic. I'm tired of it all. But she meets with her friend Jackie, who lets her know that BQ is in an inappropriate Facebook group. Basically, it's a Facebook group that's kind of like that. What was that app called that they were putting all of the people on? I cannot think of it, but it was an app where girls were like telling about guys that cheat. But basically, BQ's on a website like that, like, hey, we're dating the same guy, some group on Facebook. And it was like a whole panel of women saying that they have been played by BQ. Of course, Tamina is embarrassed, but now she's considering looking for her own place because her friend is like, you have to get away from him because BQ ain't shit. He's not attractive, and I don't understand why she's going through this. Later on, she does see BQ because he comes home and she's upset about stuff. And he's telling her, look at this house. It's a mess. And she's like, yeah, the house is a mess. My stuff's everywhere. She's trying to make it seem like she doesn't clean her house because he's always cheating on her. I don't think this is a bitch that cleans her house that often based on the fact that her ponytail barely attaches and she dresses like a stripper. I feel like her house ain't clean. And no shade, all of these girls out here who move like Tamina, dressing like strippers, looking like baddies, go look in their house. There's a reason that boys are making memes talking about how their houses look and them driving certain types of cars. The stereotype come from somewhere. Tamina, you are given into that. My God, clean up that fucking house. Just because you sad don't mean you don't clean. Like, that's the thing that I don't understand. Just because you're sad doesn't mean that you're just going to magically forget to clean your house. Like, that doesn't make any form of sense. But they have the talk. She confronts him about the website, and he's like, he's going to have to admit it. He's just terrible. I just don't understand it. He does eventually be like, oh, you know, she's my best friend, and she's my heart. She's my world. I don't know what I would do in life without her. And it's like, you say that, but you obviously don't really feel that way because you're still cheating on her. Like, You say that you care about this woman, but you don't give a flying fuck about this woman, BQ, because all you're doing is cheating on her. Like, I don't get why men do this. I just don't understand it. And some women do this too. I don't get why people who cheat do this. If you love someone, you won't cheat. I never feel the urge to cheat. Lord, I don't get that. If you're truly in love, you don't feel the urge to cheat. Your shit's not going to be a secret. You're not going to be finding your partner on websites. Like, shit's not going to move like that. It's just not going to move like that. But honestly, it just goes to show, like, on a show that is called This Is Poly, I mean, are we really surprised at this man for cheating? And we have to remember the whole reason that she agreed to be in a polyamorous relationship is because he would not stop cheating on her. That is not love. That is not love. But the episode pretty much ends with him agreeing to go to therapy because he doesn't want to lose her. You guys are discussing all of this, and I'm sorry, maybe Mrs. Best the only one that was thinking, didn't y'all just say in the last episode you got 60 days to move out because your landlord is selling the house? Talk about cheating at a later time. Figure out what y'all gonna do living, like how you gonna live together, and then maybe figure it out from there. But that was it for this week of This Is Poly, you guys. We did not get the Yahwehs this week, and I am okay with that because I think they are a cult, not nothing polyamorous. I apologize for doing this review so early in the morning. My schedule has been absolutely insane, and it is Father's Day. I do want to acknowledge my dad. Happy Father's Day to all of the men out there. It is your day. I hope that you enjoy it. Fathers do matter. They are important. And shout out to everybody who is in their child's life. Anybody who has lost a parent, happy Heavenly Father's Day to your parents as well. If anybody needs support, wants grief support, anything like that, feel free to reach out to Mrs. Best. I do work in mental health and don't mind offering support or providing you guys with resources that are local to your area if you need support today. But other than that, I appreciate all of y'all. Love and light. At 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I will be on the Watch Your Mouth Reviews channel going over the boring shows that are Bell Collective and Heart and Hustle Houston. But I know that James will find a way to make it fun. But I hope y'all like the video on your way in or out. I thank everybody for watching, and I will see you guys next week. Don't be afraid to comment your opinion. Adios.